So I'm going to be doing like a super quick reading right now. Oh, it's 10:10. 10:10:10. So that might be important for somebody. I was kind of told to just do this little quick reading. It's going to be an intimate reading. Just trying to see where, woo! Alright, where we are. Three of Pentacles and the Hermit. This is Tarot of Sexual Magic. Isn't it beautiful? So beautiful. There's a want to work together. Somebody wants to work together. Now, this might be somebody or at least they're thinking about it. I don't know if there's actual action taken yet. There might be. There might end up being. But for right now, I feel like it's just a thought. It's just, like, do you see, see how he's just kind of like sitting there and he's just thinking about it? Maybe it's an approach they're thinking about. Maybe it's like how they would suggest it. I feel like there might be more than one person involved. Maybe there's they work with other people, and you know, this is something they're pitching to other people as well. Maybe someone's pitching a threesome to you. That's up to you if you want to. It's up to you. All right. Let's see. So definitely. Oh. Ace of Cups and the Two of Wands. Okay, so making plans to for a fulfilling relationship. Somebody is up to something here. If this isn't you, if you're not the one, you know, actively making plans for someone, or then this is the other person. This is what they're doing. And it might be kind of surprising to you to know how much effort they're putting into it. A key. I see a key. A key might be like, not like a key, like an actual key. Not like the word. A key. This is someone actively making plans to come forward to ask you for some sort of a partnership or a... See, at first I really thought this was kind of like almost work related, and it still might be. You two might do kind of the same work in a way. It might not be the exact same thing, but you can kind of be in the same, I don't want to say industry or, you know, but environment, or you may have to, you know, kind of be in contact with the same kind of people or the same general atmosphere. It could be very complementary to yours. So it maybe just shows that there's some sort of future prosperity here as far as that's concerned. But I think that ultimately the ultimate goal behind it, it might just be like a work front. You know, like they might have something else in mind, and that's a very deeply, emotionally, spiritually connected relationship. You know, this is, you know, there's a meaning with every movement, kind of a thing, you know. And they're making plans for it. Like, this is Two of Wands. That's actively making plans. So this isn't this anymore. You know, this is, they've gone from this. Now they're actively putting those plans into motion. After this comes the Three of Wands, which is, you know, things start coming and showing up because you took action. So the next logical step then would be the Three of Wands, which is great. And if this is what you're materializing from that, oh, look what's on the bottom. Two of Cups, Three of Swords. Someone, this could be after heartbreak. This happens. This could be there's a third party situation. This could be maybe someone's still with someone, or this happens after something ends. All right, Queen of Swords. So definitely I see this could be someone who maybe is having some sort of a, I don't want to say tragedy. I really feel like it's more of a transition, a transitionary period in their life where they're kind of transitioning from one aspect of themselves to a completely different one. Queen of Swords is very strong. You know, it obviously gives the impression that, you know, her king was taken from her, or he died, or whatever happened here, you know. But she's going to keep going, because that's what she does. That's why I think she seems cold sometimes to a lot of people, or even bitchy, but she's not. She's just seasoned, and I think she's just very blunt, because she realizes, you know, there's no guarantee of time, you know, and it's really not something you want to waste, is time. So why waste time beating around the bush saying things when you can just go ahead and say them? I think it just saves her time. She's definitely someone, this might be you, this could be someone, you know, who's definitely learned lessons. They've learned personal power. They've learned personal truth, you know, and the ability to assert themselves. Ugh, that's a lot. I don't like taking that many. 2, 3. Ooh. Okay. So we have Death, Three of Cups, and the King of Wands. That transition that I was talking about, I believe that this is what that is. This is, you are ending one chapter of your life. And it's going to seem like that. It's going to seem like a completely different book, you know, years from now, when you're looking back and you're going, oh, I can't believe I was in that place, that time, like, it's all going to seem so far away. You're stepping into an energy that's really bold and energetic. It's willing to do the damn thing. You know what I mean? It's willing to go, if you're saying you're doing something, you're going from saying, you're going to planning, you're going to making the actions to get it done. You know, and if you're not interested in it, you're able to draw on this Queen of Swords and be like, it's not for me, not right now. You know what I mean? You're be able to be really truthful. I really do think that there is and I like that I said transition before the Death card came out, because that's really what the Death card is. It's a transition, ultimately. So everything that is going on right now in your life, and I've heard from a lot of really wonderful, creative, great people right now, that they seem to be going through this. It's like this, the way me and my sister were even talking about it. And the way we were talking about it, it's kind of like when things get like, you have a dam or like a drain, you know, and things like, you have so many ideas and things going on, like they're all kind of working out at the same time. You know, everything's kind of seemingly, without even really planning it, seemingly to be about done at the same time as each other. So once everything kind of clears out, that little clog clears, whatever that is, there's so much built up abundance and incredible things that's just waiting to flow. I think that this is just like that final figuring everything out and really getting everything in order before it really starts to take off from here. And I'm hearing this for a lot of people. But we really have to step into that, you know, King of Wands. Ooh. Atmosphere. Oh, look at that. 10 of Pentacles. Oh, beautiful. That's exactly what happens after that. You know, this is that clog coming undone and everything coming back. Everything that we're supposed to have is coming back to us. And it's because we, you know, instead of giving up, we kept going. You know, the Queen of Swords is a wonderful energy to be in. It's a wonderful energy, I think, to utilize in certain areas of our life. You know, if you're having to stand up to somebody, for sure, she's great for that. You know, but the King of Wands is a lot more active with things. He's willing to take what she's thinking about and talking about and actually put a plan and some movement behind it. And that's ultimately what you're needing. And once you have that, and it's going to come naturally, it's almost going to be like there's a fire lit under you, and you're going to be like, okay, I like this. This is fun. This is, I'm excited. I'm gonna follow this a little bit further. And that's kind of, I think, when it starts to take off. And there's going to be something that comes in, and almost like what I'm seeing is like a connector. Like there's like all these things that came here and they stopped, and like all these things that came here and stopped, and all these things that you were working on, they're like, they just can't, they want to go, you know, and then along comes this thing and goes like in here, and it connects everything, and then it can move. That's what that is. It's like there's some sort of, I don't know what the word is. It's like an igniter. It's like, it's something. I don't know if it's an epiphany or what it is that happens. It'll be different for everyone, you know, but there'll be something that just really lights you up, and you'll know that that's what you need to follow. It's in 10 of Pentacles. That's the legacy. That's the, you know, the dream card for most people. I think, you know, you got a wealth and abundance in every area you can think of. It's just love, abundance, family, generational legacies that are passed on and passed on and passed on. I mean, these are like, think of like multi-billion-dollar companies. You know, that's what that is 10 of Pentacles. It's really forever abundant. Is a great way of looking at it. Ugh, it's too hot. No, I'm not taking it. Sorry. That's too many. Let's see. Okay, Knight of Pentacles. No, there it is. Knight of Pentacles, happily ever after. That's, Knight of Pentacles comes riding in to give you everything you've ever wanted. I'm telling you, if you can just tough it out and keep going, okay? It's confusing. Oh, look at this. The Hanged Man and the Star. So right there, that's beautiful. Okay, you're here. What they're saying, this is divine talking. Anytime the Star comes out, that's the divine talking to you. Okay, it's saying you feel stuck, you feel this, you feel like you're not going anywhere, but little do you know, you're setting yourself up for a launch. You are about to launch yourself into like the stratosphere. Just, it's going to be incredible. Okay, and it's because you kept going. Even when it was confusing. Even when you had no idea what you were doing. Even when it was dark and it was upsetting and everyone else was doing better. You kept going. You kept going and going and going. Okay? And there was a reason. There's a reason it's going to work out for you later. You had this wait. You had this time period of all these ideas and things put in play. You know, so a lot of people, if they have these great, you know, come-ups and too fast, you know, they can't sustain it. And it just fizzles out. You have so much work and so much stuff gone into this. It'll just be sustained abundance. It'll just be coming in and coming in and coming in, and it won't matter because you will have put the work in to, supplement the time it takes to have another good thing. Everybody's always looking for like the next good thing, This is the way the universe is saying, look, you don't need to worry. You've been taking your time. You've been doing things the correct way. You've been learning the lessons. You've been growing. You've been doing everything you possibly can, the best of your ability, and it's going to work out for you. This time right now is going to work out for you. I feel why this is necessary. I hope whoever I was talking to is watching this, because this is like perfect for them. It's incredible. A lot of people, and it's not that they feel lost. I just think that's probably the closest thing that they can put their finger on it to explain it. It's not lost. It's like the abundance doesn't match the effort that they know they've put in. But it's because it's purposely being withheld right now. Okay? And there's a reason for that as well. There's a reason for everything. So we really don't need to worry. Oh, look at that. We don't need to worry. What comes out? Temperance. Fucking temperance. Funny, I used to hate temperance. Basically, it's patience, if you think about it. I really couldn't stand it, and I would get temperance. It haunted me. I was always getting temperance. Anytime I'd be all upset and I'd be shuffling my deck like, what can I do? And then I'd, temperance. I would get it over and over again. And I would get pissed. I would get so pissed off because I hated hearing that. It's like, it's like being really upset and someone being like, calm down. It doesn't work. It doesn't work when you're upset to hear patience. It doesn't. At least when you don't have any. At least when you don't have any patience. I've gotten a lot more patience since then, obviously. Everything will work out. But things do take time. There are so many other people in this. I almost wanted to use the word performance because it really is. It's like, this big play we're all putting on. It's like a big video game. So it's everyone has their own little missions and things that they have to unlock and do and achieve before they can go to the next level and meet you at the next level. So there is sometimes, I think, times when it doesn't add up, to us as far as, time and all that. But that's not for us to worry about. Let's see. What else do we need to know right now? I plan on this being a little bit more of an intimate reading, but it's Knave of Pentacles. Alright, so this is the Page of Pentacles. I think a lot of people too might not be seeing things from a perspective that allows them to really believe in miracles. Miracles don't have to be very big. There are everyday miracles, just little things that happen that really kind of light you up and think, that's really wonderful. That's even if it's seeing somebody help an old person cross the street or, giving money to a homeless person or, just whatever it could be, that's something that you do or you see or you hear, and it kind of makes you feel good. Those are also ways that we get things back. It's not always money. It's not always things. It's not always, love. And sometimes it's just joy. Sometimes it's just, being outside and seeing something beautiful. It's learning to appreciate things that are put in your path. And that's a big task for a lot of people. You want to know why you're not seeing things, why you're not getting your abundance, when you probably are. You're just not seeing it. They're not going to give you the big things if you can't even see the small things they're giving you. You want to pretend like you don't see the beautiful things that are laid out every day. Little mirror, me finding feathers, like heart rocks, whatever I'm finding, or You know, it just, those are things you should be really looking for, actively looking for miracles. It should be, that's what that's gonna be the title to this video, actively searching miracles, because that is what you should be doing, because they're out there. You just need to be aware of them. And the more you notice them, the more miracles will come in. Nine of Wands. Okay. Magician on the bottom. So, Nine of Wands is, somebody has so much abundance around them. It's almost like it follows them. Hold on one second. There's only one kind of abundance this person. This might be you, this might be them. The only abundance they're looking for is a closeness between another person and themselves. Birds may be important. A lot of birds in the picture. But I feel this is, one of them may have a lot of burdens, a lot of things that they feel, and this could just be fear. This could be fear-based. You know, maybe their lives are very different. Something is different. You know, there's almost like a tug of war, you know, between where they want to be and where they are, where they're having to go, what they're having to do. And with the magician's on the bottom, that leads me to believe that this is pretty much all, I don't want to say it like it's all on them, you know, like, not that you can't feel, you know, I don't want to say sympathy, because they're learning a lesson. Understanding, you can't feel understanding for them. You can, most certainly, send them love, and that's great, but, you know, this person, this is something that person is going to have to work out kind of internally. But you're definitely, ooh, I would say you are definitely where they go to. I think, you know, you would be the sanctuary they go to when they're trying to kind of escape their daily grind, you know, the daily things they do. And I think it's almost gotten to be like that for them. Like, it's like this daily, they get up, they do this, they do that. They get up, they do this, they do that. You know, it's not that it's not a great life. You know, I just think it might have lost its luster because it's not what they thought it would be. And what they want is ultimately not what they originally thought they did. The World, the Knave of Wands, Page of Wands, and Judgment. Absolutely beautiful cards, by the way. You can see the World is gorgeous, and so is the red string of fate is all around them. So they are connected. Now, that is why it's passionate. It's meant to be. This is not. So this isn't like a fly-by-night kind of, you know, hit it and quit it kind of thing. This is for real shit. And that they may know that, they may not know that. They, you know, every situation may be different, you know, however it resonates with you, but I feel they do know it. I feel they know it enough to know that it might be a disruption in some of their life. But again, I think that they also understand what kind of connection it is. I feel they understand it is a deeply spiritual connection. It's emotional connection. It's very passionate. You know, it's really not lacking in any area. And they know that. What are they? What's the weight then? What's the? Okay. So someone may be a bit of a chess master. They may be somebody who really, really likes to have a plan. Okay. And not only do they like to have a plan, but they like to have a plan for that plan, and a plan for that plan, and a plan in case that plan doesn't work. Okay, and in all those plans, they come out on top. Two of Swords and Four of Pentacles. In both of these, she's not impressed. I'll tell you right now, that's the first vibe I got, is like, yawn. You know? Oh, wow, thanks. A flower. She just doesn't seem... Okay. I just heard she knows too much. Okay, so this... maybe you are very... you might be very psychic. You might be very empathetic. You might be able to kind of... you might have a little help. And it's not so much that you're actively looking. I don't feel like you're actually going out of your way to like peer, you know, through the veil to see what's going on there and what they're going to do next. I do think, though, that the divine does offer you information. Anytime there's something they feel you need to know or think about or see or hear, I do think they will show up and give those things to you so you can witness them. It's really important you know, that we do that, and we are open to that, so we can kind of know what we're getting ourselves into. I mean, you don't have to, you know, take away any surprises or anything like that, but it is good to know what's going on. This is, this dynamic, this couple is very, I don't want to, they're not competitive. It's not a good word to use, competitive. It's not competitive. It's, like when you met your match, what would that, like, they're just like an equal competitor, you know, they're just very equal. If you know, they're very good at having these plans and these things, and like, it's be just as easy for the other person to do it as well. And I do feel like, you know, they're not really impressed by things that other people do. And I think, you know, they know that as well. I think they know that this really has to be something that, you know, even them, being as intuitive as they are, would not have any clue as to what's really going on. And they're really having to walk this fine line with it. Actively working. It's really actively working on this. We got this card. I got this card this morning, actually, on my Instagram, Divine Destiny 1111. By the way, if you want to be my friend on there. It's really when you're so focused and you've been focused, you do the hard work, you get it done, you're using integrity, and you're proud of your work, and you're really, you know, you've done so much that it really is at a point where it's like you just keep, like a steam engine, you know, you just keep plugging along, keep going and going and going and going. So it's really a great energy that way. But it's certainly not, you know, having anyone catch your eye. I mean, look at this girl again. She's like not impressed. Okay, so you could just be a very focused person. If this is the person you're interested in and you're watching it from like that person perspective, maybe they're just very into what they're working on. Maybe they're trying to grow a business right now. Maybe they're really trying to create a brand or a name, or just to be financially independent for themselves. They might be working on something, and it's important to you and to them what you do. Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so Nine of Pentacles, beautiful, beautiful card, by the way. And what you do, I'm going to tell you what you do if this is you and you're wondering what to do. You do everything in your power. This is like incredible. You really, or they, whoever this is, what end you're on, they're very committed to doing whatever it takes. I mean, whatever it takes to kind of, I don't want to say woo you, but to get your attention at least, to know that they're worth the effort. Seven of Swords. They did something, and they know it. And whether you know it or not, I would imagine that you probably do. And that might be what this is. So this could be something they're struggling with internally. Maybe they're going through what might have happened in the past. Maybe they gave the wrong first impression. Maybe they blew their chance. Maybe whatever happened. That's something I think that does weigh on them, heavy on their mind. And you just don't even seem to notice. Like, you're just like, titties out, don't care, looking at the horse out the window. It doesn't matter. Like, you're just like, yep, it's gonna be another beautiful day. And here they are, upset. They're kind of like, damn, I really blew it. I should have done this. I should have done that. You know what I mean? So I really do think that they're suffering in a way. Part of them might be. A part of them might be suffering. What comes out? Justice. Okay. That's a good indication, I think, of how far along you are in your journey, ultimately, is how appealing that is to you. I think the closer you are to union, I think the more you really don't wish that type of, learning, because that's what it is, that type of learning anymore on, your twin or your partner, or whoever, whatever, soul connection you want to call it. You really don't. You have understanding, you have forgiveness, you have a lot of compassion for them. Everyone learns and grows in a different way, and just because they're in your life doesn't mean they have the exact same life as you. Everyone learns differently. And this very well, like it says, could be, it's the Chariot, Justice, Two of Cups. I really do feel like it's past decisions in love coming back, and they're slowly getting on the cart. They're getting on the bus, on the Chariot, and they're learning. They see, they know, they really want to offer, that cup a second time. And I feel like they're just really trying to find a way that would be respectful. And I think that speaks volumes for the type of person that they are, that they would put that much thought into just thinking about it. Because that shows that they're really not trying to hurt you at all anymore. They may have in the past. People make mistakes. Okay, how many times have you had a family member, upset you? And the only reason, you say, oh, it's fine, and you eventually work through it and stuff, and it's family. Now, that's not a reason. I know that I'm going to get comments. It's not a reason to stay friends, with family just because they're family. I get it. If someone's toxic, cut the ties you need to cut. Whatever. Don't need the comments. Okay? What I'm saying is, you can learn to to forgive and to grow and to understand that everyone kind of has to do that in their own way. It's nothing personal. It's them, you know. It really is them. You know, maybe that was what they needed to do to understand. You know, that's how things happen sometimes. Sometimes, hold on one second. All right, sorry, I only have like 5 minutes, 10 minutes left. That's it. I have to go to Orlando, take my daughter. All right, she broke her collarbone. For those that don't know, it's been absolutely horrible. I have to go all the way to Orlando now. It's a mess. So send us some healing energies if you can. It'd be great. All right. Like I was saying, I do feel like it's important to, you know, and if you're not ready for forgiveness, you can't force it. Obviously, you're not going to be able to do it. You just it doesn't work like that. You know, if you're not ready, you're not ready. But I think the further you go along in your journey, you know, and the closer you may get to your union, I think that it really becomes less about how you want things to work out and just more about, you know, how they need to be to get everything in that you need to learn. Oops. All right, 8 of Swords. So somebody is definitely up in their mind. They're maybe because things aren't working out exactly how they thought. You can't do that. You cannot. I'm telling you, you can do that. I guess you can do that all day long if you want to. You're not going to be happy. You're certainly not going to be happy doing it, but you can. You know, if you want to. I wouldn't, because that's wasted time to me. You know, we can't be wasting time. Five of Pentacles. Things come to us when we're willing to kind of relax a little bit, you know? You don't need to hold on so tightly. In the Four of Pentacles, there's that guy, and he's really, like, holding on to all those pentacles. But, you know, by the Five of Pentacles, you've kind of learned to loosen your grip a little bit. You know? It's really not as dire. What does it matter how it happens? As long as it happens, right? Maybe if it doesn't happen, something else will happen. So why are you worried? Hierophant. I actually got this as my personal, I did my personal reading this morning, and I got this. Favor your heart over your ego. Everything will be fine. Strength is on the bottom. So I think I'm going to leave it there. This is really, you have some great things coming. You have some amazing love in your life. You have some awesome opportunities and abundance on their way. All you have to do, like seriously, all you have to do is just follow your heart. That's it. See how he favors her? This one's kissing on him and, you know, loving on him, and he could care less. He favors the other one. That's where his heart lies. So that's who has favor. Okay? That's how it works. There's really no arguing it. You know? Follow your heart. Everything will work out. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for commenting and liking. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Be my friend on here. Be my friend on Instagram, Divine Destiny 1111. Oh, I'm doing my giveaway. I'm still looking. I'm still watching. I'm still looking for who's commenting and stuff, because that's who's going to get my giveaway prize. So I hit 400. So I'm trying to find somebody to give some stuff away to. Okay, let's get commenting so I can give my stuff away. I want to give it away. All right, you guys. I hope you have a really great day. Wish me luck in Orlando. I will be back the next time I'm told to get my butt in here and do another reading. So, all right. Bye.